We want to thank y'all for tuning in for another segment of the all-new, brand-new James Ayers Show, where not only do we talk about the things that are bothering me, but we also talk about the things that are bothering you. And on tonight's show, y'all, let me ask y'all something. If somebody said, I'll give you $100, maybe $120 twice a week, but you got to give up part of your blood, are we calling that a side hustle now? Or is that a warning signal? Because I just got this clip. NBC News just did a story about thousands of middle-class Americans, they trading plasma for money. We ain't talking about rich folks, not broke folks. The middle class. Teachers, warehouse workers, single moms. Y'all, these people that got jobs. And before we judge anybody, let me tell y'all something. Back in high school, I tried to get blood, not for rent, not for groceries, for a free T-shirt. And that's it. Oh, and let's not forget about that brownie. It's just a free T-shirt, y'all, with a logo. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm tough, I'm built tough. I'm from Louisiana, and I'm watching the needle go in like, yeah, I got this. And the next thing I remember, y'all, I woke up on a stretcher, still asking for that T-shirt. Just fragile. Now, imagine having to do that twice a week. Not for cotton, but, for your electric bill. Oh, the whole story. It changes now, y'all. It's a plot twist right here. Watch this.
People selling blood just to get by.
It was out of necessity.
Like Ian Pleasant, who started donating at this center outside Philadelphia after being hit by a car and breaking his leg.
It was a lifesaver. It even paid my rent.
A lifesaver for him and the patients on the other end, with researchers saying the U.S. provides around 70% of the world's plasma.
That's a lot.
That gooey substance that transports the essential cells and nutrients our body needs. Ian is one of an estimated 200,000 people that walk into plasma centers like this every day across the country to sell their blood plasma for money.
People will come in and use this money to supplement their income. For a lot of people, it's their lifeline to afford that little thing that's extra.
A booming market worth more than $30 billion now, pumping through the veins of American households. Collections up about 30% in the last 3 years. There are now more plasma centers than Costco's across the nation.
The U.S. has a really incredible demand for this product, and it obviously saves a lot of lives and helps a lot of people.
Filling that demand are cash-strapped Americans, ranging from college students who told Rolling Stone they were looking for some extra cash to afford Harry Styles tickets, to middle-class workers struggling with rising costs and a slowing job market.
Unbelievable.
Jill Chamberlain in Scottsdale, Arizona, used to make $87,000 a year overseeing the finances for a local business until she was laid off in August 2024. Now she works more than 80 hours a week to barely cover her bills. Twice a week before work, she sells her plasma.
Everything that I get from here or the other overtime jobs is food. It's power, it's gas in my car, it's car insurance. One day it will fix my sunroof.
Chamberlain makes about $400 a month from her plasma, but she says it leaves her exhausted and frustrated.
I chickened out for the first 2 months. I went and then backed out and went and backed out, and it was just too scary.
You were afraid to do it?
Yeah, there's a lot of stigma attached to it, and I wanted to find other solutions before I went that far.
Critics say the plasma sellers getting about $50 a session isn't enough, and point out that the U.S. is one of the few countries that allows payment for plasma and for people to sell as often, twice a week. But plasma companies say they're meeting a critical need.
Yes, the companies make billions when they collect plasma, but guess what? Donors receive billions in return. And the other nice thing about this is that these plasma centers are located in the communities that need that money the most.
Peter Jaworski is a researcher at Georgetown University studying the ethics and economics of blood plasma collection. He says compensation is key to the system working.
If we did not compensate donors, the whole world would have a massive shortage.
Selling plasma is generally considered safe, but side effects include fatigue, dizziness, and in rare cases, severe reactions. And there's limited data on what frequent long-term donation does to the body. But for Jill, it's not just about the physical effects. It's about working more than ever and still coming up short.
We always heard it, the middle class was disappearing, but really, really quickly. The rich are getting richer and the rest of us are sinking quickly.
A rapidly growing industry built on life-saving science and the blood of financially stretched Americans.
Now, y'all, here's what hit different about this piece to me. Looks like we've normalized the idea that, if you're struggling, you just need to go and you need to hustle harder. Drive Uber, flip stuff on eBay, sell you some courses, or, maybe sell some pictures of them feet. Now, I don't really condone that, y'all, especially if your feet look like mine. But now they got us out here. We selling plasma, y'all. And I ain't judging nobody. Let me be clear. All right, y'all don't come for me. But if you donate plasma, is it empowerment or is it pressure? Because, there's a difference. On one hand, we got plasma, it saves lives. The hospitals, they need it. The medical companies, they use it. They use it for treatments. And, that's just real. I can't debate with you on that, but when the middle class starts depending on it for survival, y'all, that's a conversation that we need to have right there. What is it? Are we witnessing, is this a new form of resilience? Or are we watching the middle class just literally bleed just to survive? Oh, that line, that's not a joke. But when it gets to the point to whether you're having to sacrifice your body for your budget, that's what I call unbelievable. Now, some people say, "Oh, James, it's easy money. It's safe, it's voluntary." And yeah, I know it's true. Trust me, I know it's true. You went down there, but let's zoom in for a minute on that Nikon, just for a second, because if the wages kept up with the inflation, and if the groceries didn't double, and if rent didn't look like a Lambo car payment. I don't know if them plasma centers lines be wrapped around the corner. And that's a real question. How many of you would donate plasma if you really didn't have to? And how many of us are doing it right now that we just doing it to just get by and make ends meet? We got to be a little bit more mature about this one. And y'all, listen, this ain't no shame and this ain't no attack. And this is just awareness, because, when I passed out for that free t-shirt, it was funny. But if I had passed out because I needed grocery money, that wouldn't be so funny. So tonight, y'all, we're here to shed some light on it, and is this what we call smart resourcefulness, or is this a symptom of something a whole lot deeper? We talked about the middle class of America. We out here, we grinding and we working and we budgeting and now adding bodily fluids to the side hustle list. And some of y'all got savings account. And some of y'all got circulatory accounts. Oh, no, don't get mad, y'all, at me now. I know. Just think, though. Think about it. And drop it in the chat, y'all. I mean, would you do it? Have you done it? And does it make you uncomfortable that, so many people out here are having to do it just to get by. Because I'll tell you this, I fainted once for a free t-shirt. But if I ever faint for my rent money, ooh, we got a bigger problem, y'all. And if you're going through hard times, if you're one of these people, that are sharing this story, thank y'all for sharing y'all's story. But if you're one of these people that's going through hard times right now, remember that. And somebody told me this today: the Lord is my shepherd, and I shall not want. We can talk about however you want to do it, but the best thing for you to do is I'm gonna meet y'all down in the comment section on Comment Boulevard. Y'all share this video. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, because I promise y'all, I'm just getting warmed up. Until the next time, y'all, it's on.